A little bit of sunlight. I was planning at the end of the video, the last video, to show you the steaks I grilled up for dinner. We were going to hang out and do a little bit of, brotherly dinner munching with the guys, with Todd and Ward, after we got these walls put up, and then it began to rain, and it just poured like nobody's business. I had the whole top of this tarped off, but to be honest with you, I don't think it did much good. So this morning, before I had to run into town, I went ahead and pulled the tarp off because we had some sunshine and I wanted to see if I can't get it to dry out. But it comes as no surprise that you need to be prepared for everything that you're going to use when you're living as far away from town as I do and off the grid. Knock it off, chickens. I had to drive round trip to town 32 miles for a 9-volt battery for the speaker. Or for the microphone for this camera. Because like a knucklehead, I forgot I used the last one and never did it. This project's going to be really, really straightforward today. I have to build a wall. And I have to build a wall from inside that one to inside that one. And I'm going to do it all in one shot. Since I can get Todd and Ward over here to give me a hand and we can lift it up together. The nice thing about this wall is that we can sheath the entire wall all the way up to the top. And we can go an extra 1.5 inches for the top plate that's going to go on there. I couldn't do that on these ends because there's going to be gables on these ends, so I thought it would be good if we didn't even bother trying to do that, and then I'll tie the gables into the lower wall with the sheathing to add a little bit more strength. I don't know if the pace of 2 videos a week is going to stay, mainly because I'm getting I got so much going on this month, it's crazy. And I'm getting to a point where it's taking me a little bit longer to get other things done. So this month I'm going to head down to California for a week, hang out with the family, see the kids, meet my new grandson, hang out with Ma. And then on top of that, I've got to finish this wall, I've got to finish that wall, and then run the second plate all the way across the top, figure out how I'm going to tie the beams in all the way across this thing for the loft, and then we're going to start the roof. So I'm actually going to start the roof before I finish the whole loft because I need to get this dried in, and that's a priority to get that done by no later than, honestly, probably the second week of October, because after that I'm in trouble. Then I'm pushing the envelope about whether or not I'm going to get any snow. So we're going to get this project started. Like I said, I'm going to lay this whole thing out in one shot and try and build the whole thing in one take, and I'm also going to use the nail gun for this one as opposed to using the hammer. And mainly that's just because I built that wall with hammer and nails. I built that wall with hammer and nails. I know I can do that now. Let's knock this other one out. And the good thing about going to town was I actually got to stop off and pick up some coffee. McDonald's has great coffee. Oh. Pretty happy, pretty darn satisfied. framed this wall last Sunday and it's Wednesday now. We've had so much rain. It is ridiculous. I cannot believe the amount of rain we had. I mean, it's torrential downpour yesterday. It's kind of sprinkling now, but this is honestly the last chance I have for the next few days to get this finished. Because we have massive rain in the forecast. 99% chance of rain tomorrow. It's crazy. It's just crazy this year. Ah. So I'm gonna try and do what Ward tells me to do every time he comes over. I'm gonna square this whole thing up. I'm gonna put some blocks on it with a string line, and then I'm gonna get everything lined up the way that it needs to go, and I'm gonna try and get this OSB on there. So I don't want to run the generator. I hate having to run the generator when I'm trying to record video for you guys, because a couple of people have made comments. It's very difficult to hear. I get that completely. So I need to work on something in the way of a microphone. I'll probably go ahead and order a lapel mic and have that shipped to California while I'm down there on vacation. Next week's my last week here in town, and then I'll be gone for a week. And hopefully that will alleviate a lot of the issues that we're having with microphone stuff. I don't know if it'll stop the planes though. Dude, really? It has been absolutely, positively the wettest summer I've ever recalled up here. And from what, everything I've heard, we're like the third wettest summer we've had on record. Or the third wettest August we've had on record. The good thing is I've managed to keep the subfloor pretty darn dry. As soon as I have more than a half a day of sunshine, I plan on putting a coat of paint on top of this just to seal it up, so that I don't, I mean, because while I've done a pretty good job with the tarp, I mean, it's dry right here. It's such a hassle to get it tarped up, and it is getting wet, and I don't really want that to happen, because it is OSB, and OSB is not designed to be wet for any long periods of time. We'll go ahead and get this tarp off, and then I'll get back to you. The first thing I have to do is square this, and I'm not really too sure what I'm going to do if it's way out of square, because there's not much room to work here. There we go. I'm going to need my bigger tape. It's just over 25 feet. This is only a 25-foot tape. Let me grab that. .25 feet, 1 5/8. 25 feet, 1 5/8. 25 feet, 1. Well, 1 1/8. Did I have that wrong? I thought I had that wrong. 25 foot, 1 1/8. Better check the other one again. Oh no. Okay, so gotta knock this way, and I'm not gonna have much room to play with it. One of the things Ward was showing me the other day was get yourself an idea of where your length is going to be, right? And then just take your string and then roll it. Then I'll put it back here around the board again. Put it over the nail. And then when I tighten down on it, it should snug right up. Oh. And it snugs back up if you're Ward, but if you're Sean, it does not. Let's clean that off there real quick. So I'm going to take it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sounds good. There we go. Then you don't have to cut your line. The reason you do this is so that you can get a true line from the string to the board all the way down the middle. And actually, I'll do. And let's make sure we know what the thickness of this is, because it's probably swollen. Just over 1.5 inches, so inch and like 9/16. So that way you can get down here and you can say, hey, is this too far out? It's too far out. Grab a hammer. Doesn't take much. Tap or two more. That one is kind of way out. I think that's about as close as I'm going to get it. All right. So when I built this thing, I made my first 16-inch here based on the width of the wall. right? So I can't use the first 3 bays, right? I can't use that one, or half of that one, because that'll be one sheet. And it'll go out a little bit on the other side of that. So that'll be one sheet of OSB that it has to wrap around the outside of this here. It'll be the same thing down there, right? So no, and half of that one. I don't have my pencil on me. I'll remember that. And then I can sheet all the way across until I get to the other end. Because when I get to the other end, I've got the same issue, right? So from the outside of this wall to this, middle of this, is 16 inches, okay? And then, so I can't use it, can only use half of it, and that will give me, see, that's 48 right there. Uh-oh, might be a little off. That's okay. I'll make that work. Let me double check my 48s or my 16s and make sure I'm 100% right on here too. 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16. I got a little off down here on the end. I don't know how I did that. I mean, it's only 1/4 of an inch, but still, that's 1/4 of an inch. I don't need to be off. So I'm going to need, don't use that one, half of that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, well, I'm going to have to cut a cut piece on the end anyway. 4 goes into 20. That's the width, 5 times. So there's one sheet in the middle of that one. 1, 2, 3. 2 sheets. 1, 2, 3. 3 sheets. 1, 2, 3. 4 sheets. 1, 2, 3. 5 sheets. 1, 2, 3. 6 sheets. My math's not working out. But you know what? That doesn't matter, because I know that I can keep the 48 inches there, and as long as I don't extend it over the edge over there, I'll be fine. So I may actually have to cut a sheet down at the end, which doesn't make any sense. But okay, most of this hasn't made any sense. And Sean's not going to overthink it this time, right? Because I know that this, just over 6 inches, that'll be 16, 32, that'll put me right here. Right in the middle where I need to be there. All right, let's do this. Let me get the OSB up here, and then I'll fire up the generator and get the nail gun. And then you guys will hear thunder and lightning. hear you. I hear you. It's a windy son of a gun here today. And I got the wall closed in, or the wall built and ready to go. And I was going to do this tomorrow, but Ward's free today, Todd's free today, so we're going to put this wall up here today on Friday. And that'll give me all day Saturday to work on this last wall here in the front. Pretty exciting. Very exciting. Just released the wall video from the first 2 walls going up, and a lot of good comments. Everybody said, man, you look happy. I am still very excited about this whole thing. Oh, got a bear in the neighborhood too, Todd said. He lives actually a couple of driveways down from me here. He said he had bear tracks in his driveway, and chickens seem to be fine. That's all that matters.
It's recording?
It's recording.
Are we on?
We're live.
We're live?
Is it live or is it Memorex?
Okay.
And this shirt is, I wonder if beer thinks about me too.
Today's shirt.
Today's shirt, yeah. All right.
That thing ain't moving.
Well, that's pretty solid, huh?
Yeah. We gotta move this. You don't got a bar, do you?
Yeah, I mean, I got a small one, not a big one.
How big? Oh, you gotta go get that.
The heavy bar,
Yeah.
Okay. Got the wrong apparel on today. Well, I got home from work and I was kind of answering all the comments on the video, and then I said, hey, I wonder if Ward's free today. So I messaged him, and he kept telling me, he goes, yeah, okay, I'll come over later. And I go, well, what time? So I could tell you. And then he messaged me back, I'm eating. Okay, I'm sorry. So then I messaged you, and then bing, he messages me, on my way. Okay, shoot, Todd, he's on his way.
Coming. I'm out. I'll see you later.
I was going to walk over until I saw them bear tracks in my driveway, so I'll drive over.
I'm just gonna drive over there.
Just a little baby bear,
I want to
right?
get out my pistol and everything.
Todd saw bear tracks in his driveway and texted me today because I got the chickens over here. And he came over and checked out to see if the chickens were okay. Said what, about like that?
Yeah.
So what, 6, 8 inches across?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bear.
Just a little one.
All right.
Okay. I
Any
sure
special-
hope you're filling your oats today.
Any special way that we have to do this, sir?
Just like we did those.
Okay.
Get over there a little bit.
Halfway and get underneath it.
You ready?
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Yellow mudda, yellow fada. Life is good in Granada.
Okay.
We're there, man.
And stay right there.
Nice.
Right on the seam.
Okay, you've got the level down there, Todd.
Hold it.
Yeah, just on your end. Do your end first.
Here, hold on. Just stay right there.
Yeah, you can let
Stay
the
right
one
there.
started.
It's right there. Oh. A little bit.
Grab some lightning.
John needs clamps.
Good clamps.
This is awesome. All right, I should fire up the.
Stick a fork in it. I'm out of here.
I should fire up the nail gun.
I'm out of here.
That was quick and easy. Thank you again. And my measurements were right this time too, huh?
Foot on each end. Holy mackerel.
You like that?
You're better off.
I might
Like
actually.
somebody planned ahead.
Yeah, I might actually. I don't know if this is a little bit off on the length down here or not. This hole
You
looks a
should've-
bit bigger than that one.
You should have split the sheets.
Well, you want to get your
Split
tie it
the
up
sheets.
before you nail it off.
Instead of having them like there, staggered them.
Oh, like we did on the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This time I said I'm just going to do it this way because it'd be easier. Because it was all going to be full sheets. But yeah, I see your point. Yeah. Cool. One wall closer.
I don't think it'll fall down.
Okay,
All right, I'm gonna go fire
we're
up the
gonna
nail
let
gun.
we're gonna let Sean do his happy dance.
You wanna, I'll go over and get them clamps for you if you want.
Okay,
Hold the
I'll close it
tops
up
in.
and then I'll.
Yeah.
While Ward gets a beer.
Well, Ward gets a beer.
I'm gonna go get a beer.
So just nail it all the way off, all the way to the top.
Wait until he gets clamps over.
Yeah.
And then what happens? So, Sean, you gotta fill the exterior.
Right.
You
And
know,
get it
and
flush.
make it sure flush,
Okay.
because I know it's not up there.
Right. So we'll need to make sure.
So
that-
you clamp, you get up on the ladder, clamp it, and beat it over.
Okay. Cool.
Beat it over with lightning.
And then do both sides the same
Yeah.
way, and then same thing too down
And
every
then,
one.
if we need to rack it, we can rack it one way or the other.
Okay.
But it's 16 and 10 feet.
Is yeah. Well, it's 16th and 20 feet. That's a 20-foot wall.
No.
Oh, and 10 feet up and down. Yeah.
Tall.
Very cool. Very cool. Right. Every day a little closer. Don't expect this to hold everything in place. If we have some serious hardcore wind. I mean, if you get the kind of wind that can basically destroy buildings anyway. I'm just hoping we don't have that, and we generally don't. So, the main thing here is just to try to keep everything locked in place so it doesn't want to move around too much. And I came home a couple of days and it was really howling and it was still fine. More safety than anything else. So I've got outside support, inside support, so to stop the wall from going either way. And then I've got this support here. I don't know if I did that right. I don't know. I don't know if I did it right. But it's supported. And then I've got this one in here too. And it's nailed off all the way in the bottom. It's nailed off all the way in the bottom of the OSB as well. Same thing as these walls too. But that does it for this one. I'm all done. I'm going to finish covering this up. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Sean in Alaska. Tomorrow morning, when I get up, I'm gonna cook myself a nice big breakfast, and when I'm done with that, I'm gonna get started on that final wall. My goal is to get that whole final wall built and done tomorrow. Built, sheet, everything, and that includes one of those big windows again, but I feel more comfortable about that window now. And then I'll have the guys come over again tomorrow, and we will either tomorrow or Sunday, and we'll get that last wall up on Sunday. And this stuff will probably, most of this stuff will probably stay inside here until we get the roof on, just to add a little bit of extra support. That's how I'm told. That's what board says to do. That's what I'm going to do. And I get it, but in all honesty, I can grab those walls and they're not really going anywhere. And that's part of the reason why I've also elected to leave the top of the OSB off all the way around and then leave this off and that off too. When the wind gets in here, I want it to have a way to escape. I don't want it to get in here and just keep pounding and pounding, because we can get severe downdrafts and all that stuff too. That's it. I'm going to finish this up and go fix dinner. Nice. Nice.
Gotta do this.
Wall number 3, definitely.
Every wall we drink a beer. Nice.
Nice.
Get that 8-footer. We gotta get that 8-footer up here.
Big ladder.
Yeah. No worries.
Oh, very cool.
Then you can now just hand drive these for now.
Right.
You should be fine.
What do you get on the top?
Then use the nail gun for the rest of it.
Yeah, I was gonna use a nail gun on the bottom.
And then you can nail it later with the nail gun. Just make sure you do it.
Right. Nice.
You want your ladder inside?
Yes, please.